Hi everyone, and welcome to Morning Coffee Break. I hope everybody's doing great today. Still Thanksgiving weekend. Today's Saturday, November 30th. Currently it is 26 degrees. Yeah. High is 38 today. It's going to be cold every morning for a while. And then the highs are just in the 30s for quite a few days, like 5 days or something. No chance of precipitation, and winds at 7 miles per hour, so that makes that feel even cooler out. I don't know if I'll have a video today or not. I've kind of, excuse me, I'm kind of taking a little break with the holiday. I still always do my devotions and morning coffee break, but that frees me up, gives me a little more time to be with Joy and Logan and do things and stuff. Okay, so anyway, we were supposed to have our Thanksgiving leftovers yesterday, and excuse me, my throat's still acting up. Joy wanted the Salisbury steak that we got from Aldi, which was good. And so I guess we'll have the leftovers tonight. That's fine with me. Everything was great, y'all. Okay, so yeah, that's right. All right, I've got some friend mail, everybody, from our good friend Diane Parker. She's been watching me pretty much as long as I've been doing this, and we really appreciate her very much. She's a real nice lady. If y'all have probably seen her comments before, she watches all the videos and everything. But anyway, she sent us this blanket, and she sent us one. It was last year, I believe, wasn't it? Yeah, she sent us one last year, and I've used it ever since. I mean, I love it. This one is just like the other one. It's super soft. I don't know if it's from the same company or not, but it sure is really, really soft. You can feel it through the plastic. I haven't opened it yet, but I don't want to get it all unfolded and everything right here. But you can tell. I mean, see, it's like almost like what's that called? Like a Sherpa stuff. It's going to be super warm. Thank you so much, Diane. We really appreciate that. Can't wait to use that. I'll open that up later. Okay. And, see, the jokes, they didn't have one. They didn't send me an email. So I don't know if they're off for a few days because of the holiday too. So, I've got some jokes on this one. What do kids play when their mom is using the phone? Board games. Board games. What do you call an ant who fights crime? A vigilante. A vigilante. Okay. Why are snails slow? Because they're carrying a house on their back. And what's the smartest insect? A spelling bee. Let's see if we can find some others. Some of these I've, probably done before. I just want to see if I can find some that... Why did the soccer player take so long to eat dinner? Because he thought he couldn't use his hands. Name the kind of tree you can hold in your hand. A palm tree. What has ears but cannot hear? A cornfield. Here's one for Kitty and all you kitties out there. What's a cat's favorite dessert? A bowl full of mice cream. Oh, God. One more. The full bonus in there. Where did the music teacher leave her keys? In the piano. Okay, Now I've got to find a trivia time, so I'll be right back. Okay, let's get another drink of coffee. All right, today's, it says, rulers and leaders. Let's have a look at this historical quiz. Okay, what ancient ruler famously met his fate during the Ides of March? Julius Caesar, Marcus Brutus, Alexander the Great, Marcus Antonius. Oh my goodness, I know we've done something like this before. I don't know if it was the exact same question, but it was something like that in a different one. I think it was Julius Caesar. That's right. What happened to my pen? The point disappeared. Okay, Julius Caesar, the dictator of Rome, was stabbed to death in the Roman Senate house by 60 conspirators led by Marcus Junius Brutus and Gaius Cassius Longinus. They're the leaders. Okay. 60 of them stabbed him? Really? Is that what that means? I mean, by 60, yeah. Wow. Did a number on him. Josephine, if I can pronounce this, Vicomtesse de Beauharnais, married which famous leader? You can see what I mean about this name. If I can keep this thing from... See that name? I never heard of it. I think I've heard something about Josephine before, but I don't know about that the rest of that name. Anyway, married which famous leader? Napoleon, Duke of Wellington, Horatio Nelson, General de Gaulle. Okay. I want to say Napoleon. Right. I mean, like I said, I've heard or read something about that before. We'll see. Josephine, 1763 to 1814. So that'd be what? 37, 47, like 51 years? Something like that? 51? That was probably kind of old for back then. Josephine, French Empress, married the rising young general Napoleon Bonaparte and became the center of his personal life during the era when which he dominated European history. Who was the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom during most of World War II? Tony Blair, Stanley Baldwin, Margaret Thatcher, Winston Churchill. Hey, is that one of the Baldwin brothers? I mean, there's so many of them, you never know. This one could have been Prime Minister or something. And Tony Blair, I mean, really? And Margaret Thatcher. Okay, it's Winston. It's Winston. Yeah. Sir Winston Leonard Spencer Churchill, commonly known as Winston Churchill, was a British statesman, soldier, and writer who twice served as Prime Minister of the United Kingdom from 1940 to 45 during the Second World War. Man, I hope he was a little bit trimmer when he was in the army or whatever, because I don't think he could have made it. He was a pretty big guy. Next question. The Vice President of the U.S. serves what other role? Dinner rolls? Okay. Postmaster General, President of the Senate, Chief Justice, Speaker of the House. Well, I think, I'm not really for sure. I should know stuff like this. Speaker of the House. No, that was my other choice, President of the Senate. I knew it was one or the other, either Speaker of the House or President of the Senate. But I thought, that's all senators. Why do you have the... I don't know. I thought they might just elect somebody to be... Anyway, the Constitution names the Vice President of the United States as the President of the Senate. And that's all we need to know. What ruler did Greek philosopher Diogenes tell to step out of his son? What ruler did the Greek tell to step out of his son? Alexander the Great, Xerxes I, Pericles, Hammurabi. Tell to step out of... I want to say it's Pericles. Crap. It was Alexander the Great, and that's the other one I was thinking of. But what I was thinking is, on this one, the name Diogenes, Diogenes, I was thinking that sounded something like Pericles. You see where I was trying to make that connection? Like it was of the same language, or something. That's the only one that seemed like it, went with the name. But it wasn't. It was Alexander the Great. The ancient Greek philosopher Diogenes, known as the father of cynicism, has become famous for his many interesting interactions, particularly with the famous Greek leader Alexander the Great. So he told him to get out of his son. I'm trying to get a tan here, man. Who was the ruler of England during most of Shakespeare's lifetime? Oh my gosh. Richard I, Elizabeth I, Mary I, Elizabeth II. I'm trying to think. I think it was Elizabeth I. That's right. Because I've heard it called the Elizabethtonian era or something like that in connection with Shakespeare. And then I figured it was a long time ago, so I figured it'd have to be Elizabeth I instead of Elizabeth II. Does that make any sense? That was my thought process on that one. Queen Elizabeth I ruled England during the most of Shakespeare's lifetime. She was born on September 7, 1533 in Greenwich, and she died on March 24, 1603 in Richmond, Surrey, after 45 years as queen. Wow. I got 4 right and 2 wrong. What title was used by kings and leaders of the Egyptian Empire? This is the only one so far to me it seems easy. And you might think so too. What title was used by kings and leaders of Egyptian Empire? Pharaoh, Kaiser, Pasha, Sultan. What is that one? Sultan Tutankhamun. Don't sound right, does it? I can't even remember the others' names now, but I remember Tutankhamun. Sultan. It's Pharaoh. As Egyptian rulers, pharaohs were both heads of state and the religious leaders of their people. The word, boy, they mixed them back then, didn't they? The word pharaoh means great house, a reference to the palace where the pharaoh resides. Okay. Oh, that's funny that I mentioned him. King Tut. I don't know if I can use this one, I don't think. Because, I just talked about Egyptian, and this is King Tut was the ruler of which civilization? Egyptian, so I'm not going to use that one. Wouldn't be fair. Which of these historical leaders was tutored by Aristotle? Wow. Julius Caesar, Alexander the Great, Cleopatra, Mark Antony. Aristotle. Oh, wow. I know, I think I'm down to 2. Like I said, Julius Caesar, Cleopatra, Alexander the Great, Mark Antony. I really think, My first idea was Alexander the Great, but it'll be Mark Antony. No, it is Alexander the Great. Alexander the Great was the son of Philip II and Olympias, daughter of King Neoptolemus of Epirus. That's enough. Which of these founding fathers never became president? And I like this picture. I've used, I don't know if it's the same one. It looks like the one I used on that one video, Interesting Facts or something. Anyway, which of these founding fathers never became president? Alexander Hamilton, George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, James Madison. Wow, we should know this. Everybody should know this from school and stuff. Well, they may not have told something like this, though, in school. But I want to say it's Alexander Hamilton. Right. The individuals known as the Founding Fathers occupy an unparalleled place in American history. Some names are often repeated in discussions of this select group. Among them are George Washington, John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, and James Madison. It just keeps going on and on. So just get to the point there. He was never president. Okay, I got 7 right and 2 wrong. We got one more. Which 20th century leader was known affectionately as Madiba? M-A-D-I-B-A. Winston Churchill, Nelson Mandela, John F. Kennedy, Charles de Gaulle. Well, I mean, you can just put 2 and 2 together kind of on this. Like I said, the kind of thinking I was having before. I want to say, I could be wrong, Nelson Mandela. That's right. See, like, it just sounds like maybe an African name or something, you know, or an African word or something. Madiba. Anyway, I didn't think it would be Winston Churchill or Kennedy or Charles de Gaulle, because Charles de Gaulle's, what, French? So, you know. Anyway, tried to explain a little bit of my thought process today. It may have messed you up even worse. I don't know. So, anyway, I got 8 right today and 2 wrong. I enjoyed this one. I know quite a bit about American history because I really liked it. I loved history all through school, and I always got A's in history. And a lot of my other ones, I don't know if I ever got a C or not. Maybe. Usually B's and A's is what I got at school. I didn't like math much, although I was pretty good at it. I didn't like which was it? Geography? Was it geography? There was one I didn't like that much. English. Yeah. I know how to talk, so I mean, I didn't worry about it too much. I just made sure I got a decent grade to pass. So anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed today's trivia time and morning coffee break. If you did, I hope you'll press that like button. Also subscribe if you haven't already, and share this out. And hit that so you get all my videos as soon as they come out. So whether I may or may not have one today, like I said, I'm kind of taking a little vacation on my extra videos. So we'll just see. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day, and God bless.